All right, guys, what's going on? Mike with NRG Creative. Today is just an informative video. I want to show you guys on these rear mounts here. Doesn't matter which one you have. I've actually discontinued this one, and I have gone to the more solid mounts. But let me show you, even with this one here, when you're in rough water, one thing as a designer, I know exactly what it takes to break this because I design it and I make it. I know how strong it is. So when I tell you guys how to use these things, that's what you should do. If you're going outside of that guideline, you take this into your own account. But anyway, if you're in rough water, sure you can use this. Some people will tell you can't use their mounts, but you can use these. If you're in rough water, you're going to want to keep this selfie stick down, okay? That's not too bad right there. And right there, I'm really pulling on this, okay? I'm putting a lot of force. Now, you got to understand, you're also going to have a camera on the end of this that's going to weigh about 7 ounces, okay? So that adds a little bit more, but it's not going to be more than I'm pulling right now. For the amount that I'm pulling right there, that's a lot of abuse on the water, okay? Now, as we extend this out, the further you get, you can see here, we've got a lot of movement in this base. And right here, from up top, I don't have to put that much pressure to do this. And if I continue with this with a weight on there, it's gonna snap, guys. Now, you can tell right here, I'm even gonna show you, I'm gonna break this mount. But we extend this all the way up, and we're into some serious rough water and bouncing around and side to side and everything. And when you got that camera really flexing, now this is a lot of flex, okay? You can tell that this mount is still holding up very well. It's got some movement at the base even. That's a lot. So to break this mount like that, to break that off the base, guys, that takes a lot of force. So if you break this mount, you have put this through some extreme conditions. Not only extreme conditions, but you've had your pole extended out all the way, which I do not recommend with any type of mount in very extreme conditions. If you're in some extreme water, you want to keep this stick down, okay? If you don't, you pretty much done it to yourself. But I actually worked up quite a little bit there breaking this mount just to show you guys they can be broken. But if you're using these on normal, especially if you're on a lake or in the river, you're not going to break this thing. You're really not. The only time I extend this all the way out is when I'm in some smooth water. If I'm out in the Gulf and it's usually rough, which most of the time it is, I won't go past that. It's just real simple. I've got other mounts that can handle a lot more abuse. Front mounts and side mounts. Guys, check them out. This is an informative video. I hope this helps. I don't want to have to break any more mounts, but that's a lot of force. So if you break a mount, you did it to yourself. That's the only one I've broken, and I did it on purpose.